I can definitely
Ooh.
appreciate. I can definitely appreciate both of you guys. You guys are both wonderful fathers. Um, you know what I'm noticing, life is too short nowadays.
But
You just gotta you just gotta enjoy every second. Hello,
nah,
how
Sir.
you doing?
definitely.
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
All right.
What's up, Brandon? Like you got thing over there playing video games or something, man.
Man,
Got
I'm
Call of
working.
Duty headset on.
All
Huh?
right. I'm working. You know, I just pulled
Nah.
over to do this.
I know
Just
you
pulled
probably got
over to
one of
do
them big
this.
money loads on there, man. My man be showing me loads for like $8,000, man, on them flatbeds. I was like, ooh, he got
Ooh.
that.
Nah, that's with that tribe, so that ain't for what I got.
Nah, nah. I know. Well, shoot, I want get started. This is my part. You know my partner. Dang, I be messing up. James, got dang. James and my sister Ebony, pretty much, with the
Yeah, I
podcast of
caught.
Go ahead, my bad.
Nah, I was saying I've been catching y'all lives.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start it off, man. This is another episode of Eavesdropping Knowledge, where we share dispatching knowledge and also other avenues of entrepreneurship. Today, we got a special guest of somebody who's been in the game for a long time, driving flatbed trucks, own his own truck, and just been doing it out here, getting to the bag. Um, Friend of mine, Brandon, but go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Yeah, my name is Brandon Grissom. I've been driving for 14 years, but I haven't been doing flatbed for 14 years or step deck. I've been doing step deck since 2017, and yeah, I started out doing drive-in back in
2017.
2008 when the recession first hit, and I bounced around from what I mean from there company trying to feel my way out, you know what I'm saying, in trucking. From there, you know what I'm saying. Then I started doing reefer. So you know what I'm saying. I did reefer. Then I hauled doubles.
God dang, you did that.
Yeah. Then I did container. And then when e-logs came into effect with everybody, I was making good money with container, but that's because I was, you know what I'm saying. You paper laws, you know how they work, you know. It's a lot of running though. So at
Yeah.
that point, I'm like, well, I need to make more money if I got to be on e-logs. And that's what caused me to buy the step deck trailer. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So that's when I got into step deck and I quit doing container.
What were
Okay.
you
Um,
hauling?
So
huh? What
What
you
were
say?
you hauling containers?
What was I hauling with containers?
Hmm.
Anything that they have it on at the rail yard.
Okay.
Like, yeah, so um and
So
a
you
lot
was
of
just
people think,
like
huh?
like what size? It was the I don't know the size. What the sizes? They got like 20 and 40.
I did all of them. I did
Okay.
I hauled 40s. So I was with a couple companies, and when I started doing container, I was an owner operator at this point. So I missed the step. I was a company driver for 5 years first, you know. And then what made me want to become an owner operator is you know how you work a job and you work your years to earn your vacation time, and then
yeah.
you earned it, and then they tell you put your vacation in, you planning your vacation with your girl or whoever you know what I'm saying, trying to take a vacation with. They get their time off, and then they tell me, well, we need you. You can't take off. So that's when I was fed up with it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, I got to get my own truck because I done did all the right stuff. I done work,
Yeah.
a year or whatever plus to earn my vacation time, and I put in for it. And then you tell me I can't take off.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
at that point, you know what I'm saying, I was just fed up. I had some money saved up. I hadn't got my taxes. I filed for my LLC. You know what I'm saying? And then shortly I got a truck and I left. I ain't put in no 2 weeks notice with the job either because I ain't care because I knew I wasn't going back to company side.
Yeah.
And then And some people love it. It's just not for me. The company, I'd rather deal with the headache of owning the truck than to be like controlled like that. That's me though. You know, everybody different. You know what I'm saying?
That's your truth. So speak your truth. You know, everybody can't handle this game. You know, you got a lot of newbies jumping in there, and definitely I salute you. That flatbed game, a different type of ball game, you know.
Yeah.
That's a different type of freight,
I
you
used to be
know.
scared. I used to be scared of it myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta come with it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
When you fucking with that flatbed.
You're
So
right.
I
Cause some
definitely salute you on that, bro.
I appreciate it. Cause some come off that trailer, it's on you, but you know, and it's some work. It's not for lazy people. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out and work. You know.
Cause when
So
in the safety side of it, you know, like when you rolling every like 200, I think it's 200 miles, you're supposed to pull over and check your load. Make sure that shit strapped
right,
down, chains tight, you
right,
know, and things of that nature.
exactly. Or if you,
Mhm.
or when you getting fuel, or anytime you stop, just
Yeah.
go back there and check it. Like I'm about to do right now. I pull over just to do this, and when we're done, I'm gonna go check. You know what I'm saying, the chains, cause I got some crane parts. Like the
Mhm.
crane, I got parts. They doing. I got 2 wrecking balls. Boom. I got to make sure all that stuff's secure, especially the wrecking balls, because they can roll off.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. So hey, that flatbed game, it ain't
I
for
be
the weak.
flying
I'm
past
telling
y'all.
you. When you
Yeah.
dragging that freight across state lines like that, it ain't for the weak. You gotta
Nah,
have some
man.
balls in the game. Yeah,
Especially
baby.
loading, because I use ramps. Basically, how I make my money, I do a lot of loads that's more sketchy too, where people wouldn't do, and
Yeah,
those are loads that pay more. Like I load
yeah.
semi trucks. Like I have 2 semi trucks, like long noses, but they'll be mid roof, and I have to load them up, like bag one on the ramps, and then pull the other one straight on. They'll be nose to nose. Like, you know, I got all pictures of my portfolio of every load I did. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I don't haul over 12 wide because, you know, I don't like dealing with the escorts.
And the
And
Okay.
they
permit side. I know the permit side is it can, if you don't know how to trip plan and strategically plan and know which route you're taking, that can be a headache. And a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to get permits, you gotta know which route you're taking, you gotta know the bridges, you gotta
right,
know all that before you try to go get a permit if you wanna carry a
right,
wide load,
right.
or oversized load.
But the thing with that is with the state. So once you applying for the permit, right, and
Hmm.
you telling them which way you think you want to go,
Yeah.
but the state got all the construction was going on, so they're gonna tell you which route to take once you
Hmm.
apply, because they know all the construction like zones and where you can fit through, where you can't. So they're gonna let you know which route to go. The
Okay.
each state will.
Yeah.
That's the
So
point of applying for the state, and you got to pay per state. You have to pay for the permit,
Yeah, you better
and
say that.
and
Yeah.
and, and escorts. Even though I haven't done it, I know people that have done it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's more money when you got to get the police involved. You know what I'm saying? They could charge anywhere from 500 to 1,000 a day.
Do you add
And
that when you negotiating loads or whatnot? Do you try to add that on? Because since you got to pay for it, or what? Or do you have to pay for that?
yeah, well, it's gonna have to come out of, you know what I'm saying, the total rate. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Of what the load pay, but that's why they'll pay good penny for those loads. You know.
Okay. So tell us
Yeah.
this. So pretty much they said you can't have your vacation with your boo or whatnot, and you said forget them. You shot them the deuces, bought your own truck. What was the next step after that?
The next step. Well, I just didn't buy a truck outright. I got my LLC first.
Okay.
All right, and then I waited to get all my stuff in the mail as far as like your you know, the EIN number, stuff you gotta have to
Yeah.
be able to get a business bank account. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? You can't just walk in and get a business bank account unless you got something from the Secretary of State
Nah,
showing you
exactly.
that you are in business. So I did that first, and then I went and put 5,000 down on the truck.
Okay.
from a truck lot. I just found a lot in Atlanta. I didn't really know about it. I took the truck to they let me take it to one of my mechanics to have it test, you know what I mean, to test the truck out and make sure it was decent when before buying it. So I didn't have a trailer at that time. So I put 5,000 down and I leased the truck on with a company. Well, first off, it was a lease truck too, but it was, see, and people need to know this too, is it's two different leases. You can lease a truck with a company, you know,
Okay.
that you're getting it from a company like Snyder or Swift or whoever that'll do a lease program.
Okay.
I got a lease truck from basically like financing from a lot, but it was leased, and you want to go that route because your lease payment is 100% write off for your taxes.
Okay.
Versus if you just spend one cash, I wouldn't recommend anybody do that, really, of spending 30, 40,000 cash. I would say go get one from the lot and make sure it's like a lease and not just financing, because you can only write off the depreciation of the truck. With like how you finance a vehicle,
Yeah.
you know, like a regular vehicle.
Right.
So, but it'll be a lease to where you'll own it like after the term of like say they do 3 years. And then some people may say, well, it's no penalty for paying it off early. You know what I'm saying? You just ask those questions like that. So basically, I put down 5,000, then I leased it on with Brown Trucking out in Latonia, Georgia.
Yeah.
I did that because I talked to drivers first before I did that. As a company, I knew I wanted to leave that company I was telling you about. So I see a guy at a pump at a truck stop, and he told me about Brown Trucking and how they run regional. You know how you were speaking of that dedicated freight that takes you out, and then
Yeah.
you get the what you call freight to bring you back in, the broker freight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what
So
you're talking about.
that's how their company is ran.
Okay.
So I leased on with them, and I was with them
Like a back off.
for a minute, yeah. And they charge like, I mean, they take 28%, and the owner
Ooh.
operator get 72%.
Okay.
But I mean, it's still good because you can bring a good check home, you know, 3,000. The average was like 22 to 2,500 a week.
And that's driving.
That was drive-in at the time when I started. Like
How
after the 72%, that was after fuel and everything. I would bring home 22, 20, 25 a week. But if you do more, so I would run weekends too, because they had
okay.
Kroger loads where you could run on the weekend, deliver Kroger's in Savannah or around the city, come back. So sometimes I'll bring home 5,500, 6,100. That's after fuel and everything. But
Wow.
I was running though. You know what I'm saying? You
We,
can't bring, and a lot of people think you can bring all this money home and not like really work. You can if you have the right trailer, because the trailer makes the difference. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna bring as much money home with drive-in or container as somebody that has like a lowboy or RGN. They can work less, but
yeah.
that equipment costs more money too.
Ebony, you
Like,
be saying that junk all the time. Go ahead.
yeah, like my step deck, when I got it, it was 63,000. I got it brand new. But the RGN, they charge more money on the rates because their trailer is more. It's more than mine. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got trailers out here that cost 100,000 or more. Those guys that get paid, like some of those loads out here that pay $40,000 and stuff like that to move a load, those trailers might cost you for 300,000 to 500,000 just for the trailer. You know what I'm saying? And then the tractor may cost the same because you got all these extra axles. You got 3 axles back there on the tractor.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking brand new though.
No, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So
you
like
was making, not to interrupt, you was making 22 to 25, sometimes 5,000 with a drive-in, or that was when you pretty much had the step deck, the flatbed?
it was drive-in, but when I say I was make five though, that was like paper logs. Like I want to be like completely honest. You know what I'm saying? Straight legal, you'll make anywhere from 22 to maybe 3,000 just straight legal.
No, but you know you gotta say that, and I
Yeah.
respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some drivers out there, man. They'll hear that and they be like, "Oh, I can make 5," but nobody.
And I'm talking
Yeah,
about from weeks and within the 7-day period. I'm not talking
yeah,
about, oh, you kept 2 loads from last week, you added it to this week. I like to start my week over,
yeah.
and this is what I'm making for this period. You know what I'm
I got.
saying? Like your week starting and your week ending. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
And you
Uh,
gotta say that,
right.
because a lot of people don't know that. Like, I start my weeks from Tuesday to Monday. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I like to cover the weekend with my guys. So,
Right. Exactly. So yeah, what you made in that time period.
you.
Don't talk about something from. And then a guy like people get to talking, and I'll be wanting to see, like, show me some paperwork then. Cause y'all
Yeah.
be talking, you know what I'm saying? People be talking like, that's
hey,
why I never really,
hey, come on now, you better speak. Shout out, hey, show them
yeah,
numbers. You hear me?
right.
Cause
Cause I can show mine, you know what I'm saying?
me and my partner talked about this. Somebody put out that right now in this market, a dry bag can make $9,000, and that's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie.
Yeah, unless
You
he,
know, so
unless he cutting off that, you know what I'm
hey,
saying, that
unless he
device.
unplugging that
Yeah,
ELD and he
yeah, he
running
got it.
illegal.
Yeah, he got to be doing that and running all week at night. You know what I'm saying?
Come on
Working.
The
now.
only way.
Yeah,
Shit.
Only way.
yeah. You ain't really making that. And my
Mm.
loans be up and down too. Even with step deck. It's been times where I gross, you know what I'm saying, 5,000, 5,200.
Man, I was telling you about that, Ebony.
That's
That
low.
he said I was surprised when you told me that last week. Man, I was like, what? I just knew that thing flatbed. Y'all was out there booming and bunking. It's crazy,
Well,
man.
it depends. Like, see where you can end up in a bad area to where, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You could just, so you kind of got to be careful with taking light loads too, though. If it pay good going here and you know it's bad over, you're gonna be stuck over there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Can you say that for the motherfuckers in the back for me? Because I talk about this all the time. You know what I'm saying? And especially as a dispatcher, if you don't know what the fuck you doing, like I got a guy
No,
right
woke
now
her
sitting
ass
in
up.
California. I'm trying to get his ass out of there. But
Yeah.
ain't shit moving hardly over there. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So
it's
it's
cheap.
gonna
Yeah,
take some patience.
right. Or yep. Or unless you deadheading, it's been time where I done deadhead 600 miles.
Come on now. And that's what
Forget.
I told him. I
Yeah.
said we might
He
have to
been
make.
driving for a while, yo.
Hey,
He
I
been driving
told
for a
him that.
while.
Right. Right.
Man.
I just sometimes in this business though, or whatever business, you gotta learn to take your L's. You're gonna
Come
take some
on.
L's. Like with deadheading, you're gonna take some L's. Like, and that's the thing people ain't tell you. Like car hauling, all that specialized load. The more specialized it is, the more you're gonna have to deadhead. Because specialized stuff
Ooh.
is not everywhere. It's not just everywhere. Like
Ooh.
drive-in
Ooh.
freight is more everywhere. You know what I'm saying? More so than
Oh, hallelujah.
like what I do. Or even with step deck, right? The flatbed, the straight flatbed, they have more freight in areas than where mine is. Because they want straight 48 feet of just straight space. You know what I'm saying? Like my
Hey, you'll
bottom
answer
deck
that
is
question,
42.
James, in the comment. Go ahead, Brandon. My bad.
Oh yeah, go ahead. But my bottom deck is 43, and sometimes that's not enough. You know what I'm saying, for the freight.
Yeah,
Some
because
odd
they
reason they
looking
won't
for,
let me answer.
they probably asking for a fucking 48, which is standard, you know.
Right,
And
right.
because when you have that step deck, they don't count that up top part.
Well,
You
because
know
the
what I'm
freight,
saying?
what they putting on is so long, and you can't. It has to be just flat surface, whatever they
Yeah.
loading it on. It's different if it's like pallets, but say they got some long pieces of, I don't know, some type of steel that's flimsy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've hauled steel before that's long, but I build a bridge. Because I have things where I can build a bridge, and it's so they don't care because you build a bridge to the rear, and you sit it on that and sit it on the top, and then it's cool. But some stuff is long but flimsy, and they don't want it dipping in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So they'll want to, you know, just straight cross. And two, I got a 53. Reason why I got a 53 too, or if you get a 53 flatbed, means you can cover any. Well, 53 flatbed can pretty much cover anything like a 48 can't. So when you got 48 feet, they might want a 53. You get what I'm saying? So if we got a 53, you might pretty much cover more stuff. But it's like vice versa. Sometimes flatbed, regular skateboard, they can't get what I get. Because I got a lower deck, so I can get that taller freight. I can get stuff 10.6, 10.8 tall. And they can't get stuff that tall.
Right, because they got to be able to cover be able to go under the bridges.
Yeah, well, we are really required to be 13.6.
Right.
But if you are like 14 feet, stuff like that, or higher, you got to get like the permits, like how you said, to get routed around these bridges.
So right now, where would you say is the hot markets for you right now? Like, is it like construction that's going on in certain areas of the country, or what?
Man, to be honest, it's not really no hot market. You know what I'm saying? It's not really moving like before.
For the flat, is it because?
Oh my God!
Is it because construction and stuff is slowing down because it's getting colder? Because I remember when I used to work in construction, pretty much toward the end of the year, stuff started to slow down, and pretty much in March it started to pick back up. Is it the same? Do y'all notice that in trucking?
Before, man, I don't know. I just think they got something going on that none of us know about, and they ain't telling us.
Yeah.
As far as freight go, you know what I'm saying? Like some, you know, like whoever got all the money, I think they controlling everything and slowing stuff down or something. But to answer your question, my markets used to be Midwest, and I would just run that. He know this. I'll run up and run to Florida. I do that all week. I go to Florida, and I get
always be in Florida
because I got ramps and I do wide loads. So people are like, how you get out of Florida so much? Because I use my ramps. A lot of times they have machine with wheels, and I could just drive it on. Like
this man, you stay in Florida, man. You got to have a house in Florida.
I used to. I haven't been to Florida like that. I haven't even been to Florida now lately in some months.
Well, I know you ain't gonna be down there for a while now, I got that.
Right. But to answer his question though, my markets was like the Midwest, and even like Memphis area and Arkansas, and Texas too.
Midwest,
Arkansas, Texas. Not too much like the Northeast like that. You know, I could get lows, but I ain't gonna lie, I turn down lows if it's too cheap and it's like paying like drive-in. I won't do it.
Hey man, stop hating on the drive-in, baby. Stop hating on the drive-in.
Nah, I'm just saying I'm not gonna do all that work. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you. So what's your rates looking like right now? Like for a regular week, not to get in your pocket, but just normal for a flatbed. What y'all looking like a week?
I'm doing like around 7 gross.
What?
Yeah.
But you not working that hard. I see you at home a lot though. I'm talking about if you like you grind the whole week, how much you probably bring on?
Man, that is though, cause I go home. I mean, like I don't stay out on the weekend. Okay, 3 weeks ago I did, or 2 weeks ago I did 11.5 gross.
But is that normal?
It is when it's, well, normal really is about 85.9.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear.
You know what I'm saying? 85.9K, 8,509K. It's very seldom that I hit 12, 11, 13. You know what I'm saying? Because it all depends on like the area you in. You got to be catching loads and paying $4 a mile like all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not coming off it, and it's because of man, we will be making a lot more money, all of us, right? Truckers or even this dispatcher, because y'all get a percentage, right?
Yeah.
So there's no transparency with the brokers. I believe they've always been getting more money, but they're not. Is you know what I'm saying? They're not regulated, but we are. As far as in, if you talk to a broker, they want to count your pockets, or well, the load is light. It's going to this area. They say stuff like that. But if you say stuff to them, then they don't really want to give you loads anymore. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They can count your pockets, but you can't count theirs. And I think it needs to be something with the government, with transparency with brokers, because there's no way you should be. I've had times where they kept 2,500 on the load, and I found out because I asked the person, like, how much did you pay to ship this load? Just like a private person that he owned RV parks, right?
Yeah.
So he got money. He a millionaire, but he talking to me cool, gave me tip and all that. And then and check this out. The load he paid $6,000 to move a load. I forgot how many miles, but it was from New York down to the top of Florida, like
Okay.
right below the border, like Lake Park or something, whatever the area
Like
is.
800-900 miles. Yeah.
Right. He paid $6K. They offered $3,500. And the reason why they do this is because they know people will play, or they just trying to get out of somewhere. So I'm gonna play off of these drivers and see who gonna take it
Yeah.
for whatever less. But why you need to keep 2,500 off the load?
And you know
And
what? If you pay attention to them also as well. So I've ran into emphasis to where they don't like you showing the Raycon to the customer. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you got a new driver on board with you, you have to tell them, don't show the Raycon, just get them the load number, tell them what you picking up, blase, blase. You get what I'm saying? And a
right,
lot of times also the shippers do pay fuel surcharges, right? When the fuel was going up, but them son of a bitches, the brokers, they keep that too. You know what I'm saying?
They weren't giving that.
And they good at saying, just like he said, oh, this low light. I run into all that all the motherfucking time because I move hot shots, right? Yeah,
right.
bitch, I know it's a partial, but you think I'm finna go 1,000 fucking miles for 200 motherfucking dollars? No, I don't give a hell if it's a partial.
Right. Exactly.
So let me ask you this. So where you are you dispatching yourself? And if you are, where are you getting, are you running off, you just run off relationships, or you run off a load board, or what?
Nah. I'm leased on with the company. You know what I'm saying? I started my own authority, but the insurance is so high right now, and I don't know why. Maybe because of so many people jumped into trucking. But I just like deactivated until things like level back out. You know what I'm saying? But right now
That's smart.
I'm with this same company because they helped me. Like I had a lot of issues with one of my trucks, and they helped me get into rental trucks to keep my business. You know what I'm saying? To keep my stuff. And then the truck that I'm in right now, I rented. They let me rent it because I was renting. They was getting me rental trucks from Ryder and Penske during the time where I had all these problems with my truck. Like I fell into like $100,000 worth of debt, but I rented trucks through them, so I'm paying. So mind you, this truck is still down, but I'm still paying a note on it, and I'm paying $1,040 per week for a rental truck. So, but it still helped me get out slowly. I just had to work a lot, not do nothing though, not go out to eat, none of that, just straight sacrificing for 2 years to get out of it. So I end up getting this truck from them. They was like, well, we got trucks sitting. You can buy one of our trucks. Basically another lease, but lease through a company, something that I didn't like to do because I really didn't know how they was going to try to control it because it's theirs. You know, sometimes people they'll get you paid up enough money, and then as soon as you're about to pay it off, they'll start slowing you down so you can let the truck go back. This is stories that I've heard from other drivers. But they never did that to me. I got this truck. I put $4,000 down. I got it from them. It was $83,000. I got it back in 2019. I want to say like around May. And right now, this Friday, I owe. Right now, I owe $4,050 on the truck.
That's that white truck you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they take out $450 a week, but they never try to control me. Even though I got the truck from them, they still treated me like it was the truck that I brung over. You know what I'm saying? To lease on with them. They ain't never treat me like no type of way or whatever. And they
So
give me home.
Go ahead, Ebony, my bad.
But that's about creating relationships, and you kept your integrity intact with them, and you built a relationship like a solid relationship. And that's what I tell people all the time. Like, you know, you got to move off integrity, and you got to know how to build a relationship.
Right.
So that'll play a part. That's a big part.
Right.
I got a question for you. So I hear so many mixed things on signing on with a company and not signing on with a company. But from listening to you, you just gave, like, you know, your experience that's good with signing on with the company. Why do people have bad experiences, or what are they doing wrong when they signing on with the company that leaves a bad taste in their mouth? Pause.
Well, basically, too, it depends on what company you sign on with, too.
Okay.
You know, I think so.
Are they not doing the research, like how you pretty much, you know, was asking different people, the OGs and stuff like that, or what?
Well, it just depends, because I like in Container one time, I asked her, like, I work hard no matter where I'm at, like, you know what I'm saying? So I in Container, this one guy was at a container company, right? And he was getting decent loads. So you know what I'm saying, I went off him because he's a friend of mine. And he still is. He's a good guy. So I went over there thinking I could make money.
Yeah.
But when I get over there, they guys that been there, they got favoritism. So they giving their loads to them first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't getting loads like that, even though I'm a hard worker. I'm asking for this. They'll give me bullcrap loads to where it's going short, and then it's a live unload, and I'm sitting there for 6, 7, 8 hours. The loads that don't nobody want to do. But I didn't know that because I'm new there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And where I'm at now, I run broker loads, so it's more freelance. So it's not controlled. It's just up to you. You know what I'm saying? Versus customer freight. When you're doing customer freight, the bigger company, they just trying to satisfy that customer. So they don't really too much care that what you know what I mean, getting paid for the load, like the little local stuff. And I learned too not to try to be local so much, because you don't really make that much money staying home every day like that.
Say that again, bro.
You don't make money trying to stay home like that. Like I say, I go out on the week, even though I don't go to California, even though I've been to California, Oregon, and all that. But when I went out there, I said I don't want to do it no more, because I'm making the same amount of money or more running Midwest and being home on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to run all the way out here if I'm just going to make the same money. Now, if I'm going to make 12, 13K or 15K, then yeah, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm a gross, like how she said, if I'm going to go to Cali and I can't get nothing out, and I'm a gross what I would typically gross anyway, then I'm going to stay on this side. I'm going to go to Illinois, Indiana, you know what I'm saying? Michigan, Kentucky, even Wisconsin, you know, stuff like that.
Why you think guys want to come home every night?
Hey, man, they worrying about that punani, man.
I wasn't a truck driver. I wasn't somebody in the gang to say
it. Hey, no disrespect, but that's what I think. I think, and if you worry about that, somebody at that job where she work could be knocking her off on lunch break.
Pretty much, work husband.
So yeah, so that don't, or they just want to chase tail with whatever, you know what I mean?
They ain't serious, pretty much.
But now too, if they got young kids, and they want to be with their kids and now I understand that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they probably understand it too. You just got to know you're not gonna make as much money all the time. Sometimes you'll hit your licks, but it's gonna be. That's what I'm saying. I've done all sides. So I know it's not going to be as consistent as running like the road.
And
You know
I
what I'm
and
saying?
I and I appreciate your transparency because a lot of people, if you're not, oh yeah, we most of us do have kids. You
Right,
know what I'm saying? But some people, especially us as dispatchers, you get on the phone with some people, they have these crazy ass numbers and they want to be home every motherfucking week. You know what I'm saying? If
right,
you know you have these numbers in your head and you don't want to make no sacrifices, because I know I've made sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? Even on the
Yeah.
corporate side, you know, when I worked in corporate, you know,
right,
it was sacrifices that I had to make because again, you know, I was a single parent and I
right,
knew I needed to be at work when my kids was at school.
right.
So I wasn't making the big bucks at first. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm the only parent that needed to be there.
Right,
So it's you know, it's a up and down side to it.
right. But no
Yeah.
matter what, it's still up and down on the road. But I will say it's more consistent. Like when you don't care, when you willing to run wherever, or I ain't gonna say wherever because some places that you shouldn't really go. But what I'm
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
saying, what I'm getting at is, I got a friend. He only like to run to Alabama, and when freight dry up for him, it's dried up because he don't want to go here. He don't want to go there. He can make more money or keep making the same money, but he
Yeah.
rather just run to Montgomery every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it might not be no stuff going like that every day.
The South suck right now, bro. I
Yeah.
don't know if it
So
suck for flatbed, but it definitely suck for driving.
so that's my thing with people and say it's just a consistency of being willing to just run more areas. I was that guy. I tried to be home before, you know what I'm saying, every day, but it wasn't working out, especially not where I wanted to be in life. You know what I'm saying? You see the house I bought, you know what I'm saying, with 4 acres and all.
Uh,
I couldn't have got that crib
we
right
see
on
you
right
living.
right
We
on
see you
top of
living
that
out there,
creek.
man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying though, I couldn't have got that trying
Yeah.
to be home every day.
Yeah.
Because you gotta show that you make this type of money to be able to afford this house, or if you want this car, you gotta show what you know what I mean, that you could be able to afford it. You gotta make a certain type of money for certain things in life. It gotta make sense on paper,
Nah,
or else
facts.
you ain't gonna get it. Because you can have credit, but credit don't get you everything all the time unless they can see that you're making the money too though. You know what I'm saying? It's like for whatever you want. Like if you want a dually truck and it costs 100,000, or a Corvette it costs 100,000. Well, how you gonna pay this note? You know what I'm saying? You got proof to show you can pay this $2,200 note a month, or you know what I mean, or
Yeah.
15, or whatever, whatever it is. You got to be able to
Question.
show.
Let me ask you about what I was about to say. I guess some game for like new truck drivers that's coming in. What's some game you can give them to help them get to the bag quicker, and what mistakes they shouldn't make, or or what they shouldn't expect, coming in.
I would I would make sure I got my credit right first. You know what I'm saying? Because you getting approved for better trucks with a lower payment, lower interest rate. I would
Well,
suggest that.
not to interrupt you, before they even get to that, somebody young, what would you tell yourself if you can go back to shoot? I remember when you told me at that fight party that you were about to do that. What would you tell yourself now? Pretty much back then.
Like to get in the trucking business or any business. Like
Well, the trucking business, period. Would you tell yourself first, of course, like get on what company to get on, and then pretty much, stay for like a year or two, then,
oh
pretty
yeah,
much,
okay.
buy your
I
own
see
truck?
what you're saying. I would tell them to, if you want to get into the trucking business and become an owner, get with a company first and learn from how they operate or run their business. You know what I'm saying? No matter what trucking company is, even if it's a bad one, learn from what they're doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? And bad, and you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do
Yeah.
what they doing, or go somewhere else. But as far as the better companies, oh, it could change. Warner was pretty good though. I started with Warner back in 2008, and
Yeah.
they ran their company like a well-oiled machine, man. Like there's one of the better companies that you can learn from. Like some people may speak bad about Warner, and another thing too, some people speak bad on certain companies because they don't like to take accountability of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Of
Yeah.
going to go work or going to go do this, or you know what I'm saying? Or trying to make up excuses to get back home or whatever they doing. Like a lot of people don't take accountability. But I'm a realist. Warner was good for me. The pay wasn't so great, but I knew I was new. I was a new driver. So I you know what I'm saying? I knew I wasn't getting now they starting drivers out with 50 cents and stuff like that. I was getting 29 cents per mile when I started with Warner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was good for me because this is a recession in '08. A lot of people were moving into houses with each other. So, and it helped save me because I was behind on my car note. But then now I'm able to make my car notes catch up and eventually pay my car off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I wasn't making that much money, but I just kept working at it. I knew it would get better. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. Go ahead.
My bad. Go ahead.
But no, I was saying, so yeah, just start out with a company like Warner, see how they run their stuff, as far as like in doing, just learning how if they want to own their truck, just watch them and learn how they do their maintenance and like or whatever business. Just do your research on it before getting into it.
Okay.
Like, because even though I'm not in a lot of different fields, I observe stuff now. Like I look at the world and be like, you know what you want to do, and whatever business, right? Like how you said, what I should tell them to do. I'm gonna always speak about the good credit though, because that is a good start in your life for anything. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to get good credit, and if you want to go into a hair salon and you get credit, then you get the financing and stuff like these guys talk about. And then you call if you don't know how to set prices and stuff with any business. Say you want to have a mechanic shop. You call mechanic shops in the area and ask them how much their labor rate is. And then it's giving you an idea of, what I'm saying, what to charge for labor. You know what I'm saying? If you the mechanic, have you somebody else find you a mechanic. Get the lifts in, get the air compressors. You know what I'm saying? Whatever business is, just go to that business and observe. You know what I'm saying? If you want a hair salon, it starts with credit though, because you can get financing the lease in a building space, and now you can go get all your equipment, your curling irons, your booths. You know what I'm saying? The chairs and set everything up, and then you start charging for spaces for people that do hair, whatever they charge, $200 booth rent, $225, whatever lane you want to go in. I just learned that you just learn from watching people and asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Act like you want to get something done from them, but you're really soaking in, you know what I'm saying, what they telling you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some people don't want to tell you. Some people tell you like right outright. If anybody asks me something, I'll tell them. But I don't want people just blowing up my phone, because then now I got to charge you. You know what I'm saying? Like how other people charging for consultations. But if we get on a lot, and that's the reason for, remember I told you about the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I rather grow that and physically show people what I do every day, and I don't have to talk to all these different people. I'm not charging you, but if the channel grow, you can go on there and just watch the videos. You know what I'm saying? Or if you ask me a question, whatever, I'll respond on there. You know what I'm saying? For any of us, let YouTube pay. All these platforms is paying people for your content. You know what I'm saying? So I'll respond on there, and then let the views grow, and then let them people pay me. You got it for free, because I posted it. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube.
You need to hurry up and start that phase too, bro.
And I don't know if I really just answered your question about.
No, you did.
Tell them to start out.
You did.
You know what I'm saying? Just observe with companies. I would start with a company though, because you don't want to just start out. Even my OG told me he wished he had started out with a company like I did, so he wouldn't have went through all the mistakes that he did. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's basically a mentor,
Right.
in a sense,
In trucking,
like
yeah.
we talk about all the time, mentorship. A couple of my mentors even say, what I'm saying, you can't learn everything on YouTube, right? But also, when people pay, they pay motherfucking attention. When
Right.
everything's free, them motherfuckers ain't finna do nothing with it. But
That's true too.
so it's
It depends though, because I learned a lot, but it's just because if you want to learn, you know what I'm saying? Like I learned from people on YouTube. It's a lot of people showing you stuff with home improvement, how to change tires, how to change brakes. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Yeah.
lot of people. Yeah, YouTube University. I learned from a lot of people.
no, you can learn a lot,
Yeah.
just like they can go on our channel. You know what I'm saying? You gonna learn a lot, but then you still have certain questions that you still need answered. You get what I'm saying? That YouTube might not tell you or show you. You
And
get what
some
Man,
I'm
people,
saying?
and some
Because
people learn. My bad to cut you off, but some people learn by actually physically watching you do stuff too, versus
exactly.
just reading. You know what I'm saying? Like I can
Yes.
physically show you this, and you can do it too. You know what I'm saying? It's
nah,
all about
definitely.
believing in yourself. A lot of people have been tore down in their life. You know what I'm saying? By their own family members, and have them thinking that they can't even do certain stuff, but which they can though. You know,
Facts.
it's sad,
Question,
right?
Brandon.
Yeah.
No, bad. My bad. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. Nah, I'm done.
Nah, I was gonna say, man, we heard pretty much how you started and where you are now. We can go on your page and see how you living. You just making me wish I was in the truck. Where do you see your excuse me, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What do you got in plan, man? I think you kind of told me some stuff, but tell pretty much the people like in the next 5 years, like where you know you're gonna be, God willing, you still here. What's the plan for you?
Owning some more land and doing some Airbnb stuff and renting out stuff. Like that's the thing too. What I learned from just social media and whatever. Don't I'm not getting attached to material things. Like I may get it, but it's not. I want to rent it out. You know what I'm saying? It's for rent. Even though I've rented stuff, and that's what taught me too. Well, how much I paid to rent certain vehicles. You know what I'm saying? So once I acquire them on my own, I'm renting out just like how we watch like Mr. 2 Weeks Out and all these different people that got stuff. So I
Yeah,
see myself just owning more stuff, but with less. I don't care to own trucks though, like how you was talking about with the trailers.
trailer, yeah.
I don't care to own a truck and deal with people. I
Okay,
mean, you know what I'm saying? I just, because there's a lot that come with the truck. I'll still drive and operate it myself. And I see myself having that triaxle because we spoke about being home more. So how
yeah.
you could do that is you get certain trailers or whatever, and then you increase the gross. And I can work 3 days. You know what I'm saying? And be home and
Speak
work
on
on my
speak
other
on
stuff.
that. Speak on that because a lot of people I didn't know about the triaxle until you told me. I had to
Right.
Google and look on it. So speak on that.
Well, the more axles you have, that's like how we were speaking on earlier with the big oversized loads that weigh 80,000, 100,000 pounds. That's what the load weigh. You
Yeah,
got to have the equipment for that. But I'm not going that big. I'm just going enough to where I know what's going to work, fit my life or, what I'm saying, what I need to make for my life. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So I'm not really, I see those guys with those big loads, but I'm not exactly trying to chase, whatever they doing. I'm doing what's going to make me comfortable.
Exactly.
So I plan on having the triaxle with the beaver tail, flip down you go to the back and flip it down, and then you could get those 55,000 pound coils, 60,000 pound coils that'll pay $8,700 on 600 some miles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
we
going
were
to go
looking at
that.
them lows.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I see myself doing, and I don't see myself retiring from trucking because I actually like it. I just don't want to do it 6 days, 5, 6 days a week. After 2 years, I'm gonna do it for another 2 years, but I'm trying to scale back, but I still want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I see 65-year-old, 70-year-old men out here still
Yeah.
working, but they take their time though. You know what I'm saying? When they out here, they doing flatbed. They chaining
Yeah.
down, they taking their sweet time. A lot of their stuff is paid for. They just out here, you know, just trying to keep moving.
Question, I gotta, and since you my boy, it's like, what a real question is like, what's intriguing about trucking? Because you say you like it, like I be wondering is like when I was in construction, man, they would tell me to drive from Georgia to Texas, man. They used to kill me. So I'm saying it's like, what makes you like trucking? Like I always wondered that. What makes a guy like? Because some people like love it.
But some people who they don't like driving. So if you don't
Yeah.
like driving, you gonna hate it. Me, I
Yeah.
don't mind driving because what made me like it is like I didn't like working in buildings, like around people, around coworkers who think they think they your supervisor. They your coworker though. You know what I'm saying? So
Coworker boss.
I had a problem with that and like authority. Not like I can't be told anything, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? I like the freedom of I can just drive, I can stop and eat what I want. Right now, I pulled over to talk to y'all. I can talk, listen to music, and you know what I'm saying? Once I'm done fixing up my house, I'm gonna put some subwoofers in the back under the bed and just cruise and ride out. And another thing you say that was intriguing is like, yeah, I'm doing it for money, but in a minute, I take vacations with my truck. Basically, like I'm gonna get paid to go to Florida or go here, and you're gonna pay me $4,000, $4,500, $5,000 to go here. So when I get here, I got, you know what I'm saying, on a Thursday, Friday, I got there, and I got $6,000 or $5,000 that just hit my bank account after my expenses. So now I can go hang out in the hotel, find me somewhere to park, and I catch an Uber. I do this. So I get a load to Miami, go make sure I get there early, park at one of the truck stops down there, a pilot or something. I catch me an Uber to South Beach, but I just got paid $5,000. I'm not gonna go spend my whole $5,000, but I got money for a nice resort at Eden Rock, at Fountain Blue, or wherever.
Exactly.
So that's what I like about it. Like, you can get paid.
Now, that's smart.
And you can fly a girl in, even though a girl can ride with you or your lady. Or you can fly one in because you just made a bag.
Hey, you getting off subject now.
Hey, you can fly me. Hey,
Look,
I'm just gonna put it out there. You can fly me out.
You asked me what's intriguing about, like, that's intriguing to me.
And I love it.
For me. No. And also,
because I always see your ass on vacation, so I was like, that's what he doing, goddamn. You in Vegas, you in Miami, you all over. And I be seeing the bag and the money and stuff. I'm like, okay, that's smart though.
Vegas, I fly out there, but I don't mind doing a road trip out there if you know what I'm saying. If you know, because it's got nice scenery and places where you can stop at. That's what I was getting at into more so the retirement stage. You're not really chasing money no more. You getting paid, but you just relaxing, taking your time, you know what I'm saying? But you getting paid $8,000, $9,000 or $10,000 to go there. You know what I'm saying? With a triaxle. And also it makes me feel manly, bro. Doing flatbed. It makes me feel like a real man though. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know how I dress up, I'll get clean on the weekend. But Monday through, I don't care about getting dirty. Monday through Friday, I'm filthy.
You jump fresh,
You know what I'm saying? But that's what's intriguing to me about it. And then I compare everything to how my old life used to be. How I used to make $8 an hour doing this. You know what I'm saying? $9 an hour. So now I don't complain about, I ain't complaining. You know what I'm saying? If I'm clearing, sometimes I might clear 2,000 in a day or 20. What was the load? One time I got paid 4,000 for a load, I believe, on 600 something miles, and it weighed like 10,000 pounds. I got it from Knoxville, Tennessee, to a city below Lakeland, Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuel, that's a day trip. Fuel ain't cost me that much.
Nah, that
You
ain't
know what I'm
nothing.
saying? And a 10% dispatch fee.
That's
The rest
about
of that
$200 in fuel.
rest of that I'm clearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and this happened this this happened this year. Earlier in the year though.
Mm.
Earlier in the year. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when flatbed was hot. So it was
Right.
yeah. You know, when
Yeah.
it's the season for it, you know,
Them,
flatbed,
I
you
want to
gotta
say
run hard when it's your season in a truck. You get what
right,
I'm saying? And people don't understand that. People
right.
be wanna go home because it's seasons to every equipment. Like if you're
Yeah.
not running that road when it's your season, because you know it's gonna slow down. Like
Yeah,
now, it's
flatbed season really is like when it started heating up normally. I didn't really
mhm.
experience it this year, but once it started heating up, like May, June, July, you know what I'm saying, August, I'll get work year round, but like she said, it'll be those hot months for flatbed like really paying and booming. This year it didn't really happen like that.
No, it didn't.
Yeah. But I want to say that load that I just told you about 4,000 from Tennessee to below, it happened before Mother's Day. I
Mm.
don't remember exactly what day, but it happened before Mother's Day.
4 stacks to go to Lakeland, Florida. I did a job down there back in the day. Dang.
Yeah,
Woo.
it was below Lakeland. I think it was like Bushnell, Florida, but it's
Bro,
below. It's like country part of town.
I remember I was making $25 an hour, man. I think I was making $4,000 a month when I was making $25 an hour. This man cleared that crap in one day when I was in construction.
Right, but that's what keep me going though. Like I said, because
Yeah.
I've had those jobs where I'm not getting paid nothing. So you know what I'm saying, and then I gotta do this to get me to another step because I didn't go to college, or even if I did, I still make, not to be funny, but I still make more than a lot of people that went to college. You know what I'm saying?
Majority of people who
Jordy,
went to college.
Right.
Majority
exactly that
of
part.
people who went to college.
So yeah, so I know what I want out of life. So that's what pushes. Because another driver asked me that, he was like, "Bro, how you work? Like, what motivates you? Like, what?" But I'm driven by things that I want. I mean, people may look at it as like being like materialistic because I'm not, because I don't have to have this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't buy designer. You know, I'm not a designer head. Like people got to have Gucci, Louis Vuitton. I just like nice things though. Like, nah, I don't. I have some stuff. I don't. Nah, I don't do. I
Hey
don't do.
man, hey man.
I got some stuff. You don't see me.
Hey man,
But look,
I ain't about to let you cap on that one, man.
no.
Yeah,
Do you see me?
man.
Do you see me posting? No, I'm saying, do you see me posting Louis Vuitton and Gucci like that though?
Nah, you my nigga, so you humble as shit, but you
You
shine
might
when you
see.
want to
You
shine, goddamn. This nigga got
exactly.
a
You
whole,
might.
he got a whole Foot Locker, goddamn, in one of his rooms,
But
goddamn.
that's what I'm saying. Like those are Nikes and Jordans. I
I'm
don't really
talking,
have.
I'm talking
Yeah.
shit to you, bro. You know I'm
Nah,
talking, I'm
I
talking
don't
shit.
really do the, because I feel like that costs too much, really. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I bought a Gucci shirt before 500, but I felt like an ass really though for
Yeah.
a shirt. So that was
But
like I ain't
me and you type dudes though, we feel it's in you. It's really not on you. So you always been like that. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Now
Yeah,
I do like Jordan and stuff like you said though. I got Jordans and stuff, but
yeah.
I'm not into just buying no uh bunch of shoes that cost 2,500. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel you.
And but I got off track though. What I was trying to get at is I want nice things in life as far as nice cars because we got one life to live. So if I like a Corvette or something, I'm gonna work hard to get that. You know what I'm saying? Four wheelers, dirt bikes. I like all of that. So that's what motivates me. But and to be able to take care of I got sisters and stuff, and just building a thing to where friends and family can come over. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
crib, like how I talk about getting a pool. That's really to enjoy life with people like you. You know what I'm saying? You come over, just like how your place is nice, or you know you got the field in your backyard with the pool, like the scenery. Be able to take vacations at will when you want to, and not
Yeah.
be penny pinching on trips. You know what I'm saying? Or got to worry about having money when you
Getting
get back
rooms and
home.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
No
that's
hating
my
on nobody who does that, but I'm just saying,
but that's what my
Yeah.
grind and pushed me like to get there. Cause then I grew up too where, my mom ain't have money. We had the paper food stamps and she used to be drinking, beer, kind of like an alcoholic. So she'll have me bust the food stamp down to get her real dollars so she can buy beer and stuff. So with me growing up like that, not trying to diss my mom, but I ain't want to live
Nah,
like
okay.
that for myself. You know what I'm saying? Cause
I
we,
love the transparency. You could be my best friend. I swear to God. I swear.
yeah, and we moved
Hey,
around a lot, and we moved around
hey,
a
you
lot,
touch
a
the
lot.
soul over here, baby.
Yeah,
Hey, for
and we
real.
moved around a lot. So I stayed on all apartments on Garby Road, right off Old National. I
Old
stayed in a
Nat.
lot of on Washington Road. I stayed in a lot. We bounced around so much that where I just knew had to have stability. I do not like moving, bro, and I know it comes from that because we move so much. And like that's why this is my first house I bought, but it's a one-stop shop as far as me not moving. I'll
Yeah.
get more houses, but I'm not moving anywhere. I'm not moving from that one. Other houses I get, it'll be for more so like renting out or Airbnb spaces. But I ain't moving, bro, because I ain't, you know what I'm saying? That was like traumatized. That was like a traumatizing thing for me to keep moving. Like
Yeah.
somebody's chasing us. Nobody was chasing us, but she was one of the moms. They had them 99 move-in specials. And then she'll be done spent the money. We don't have the rent money, so now we getting put out and we gotta go. We gotta move again. Now you
Yeah.
can't bounce around like that in today's time. You can't
Yeah. You
move
went
like that.
you went old school with 99 moving specials.
Right, right. But yeah,
Well, man,
so
I definitely appreciate you coming on here, man, spitting so much game, taking time out of your busy schedule, man. I know you could have been doing something else, but you came on here and showed love and did a favor
yeah,
for me to pretty
yeah.
much
So
go
for
ahead.
any new truckers though, it'll be tough in the beginning, but tough it out if you want. It'll get better later. You know what I'm saying?
They want the
Especially if you,
quick fix.
huh?
They want a quick fix.
Quick fix. Oh, quick fix. Instant grits. Yeah,
Yeah.
that ain't gonna happen. You gotta ride it. You gotta work. You gotta really work. In anything though, you gotta really work hard at something. Most people who got stuff that didn't get it like illegally, which I ain't knocking them, they worked hard for it. They worked hard for it. You know what I'm saying? Even that game, whether they, did that, it's people they done got stuff took from them. You know what I'm saying? People taking stuff, like you gonna take some L's out here. You just gotta keep working at it. You know what I'm saying? Jumping over them hurdles and roadblocks.
Nah, facts.
Yeah.
Big facts. I think my man, I don't know, goddamn James' wife, goddamn hit him on the side of the head or some crap. But he
No, I'm
yeah.
still here. I'm just moving around, so I just turned the camera
Oh.
off so it wouldn't be distracted. But I'm
Okay, we're gonna
listening.
go
I'm here.
bash you for a quick. I was about to roast you for a quick 2 minutes, but I guess you still can hear me, so I'm gonna be quiet.
But and
Nah, I'm
also
Nah,
joking.
too
but I want
for
to say I
one.
appreciate everything he was saying. What he was saying, he's on point, especially what you said about. I mean, you got to pay dues, man. That's really what it comes down to. No matter what you're doing, legal, illegal, whatever. Like you say, even if you in the dope game, you don't start off as a kingpin. You gotta work yourself up, work your way up. You start off as a corner boy. You might be a lookout. You know what I'm saying? You just got to whistle when you see one time, when you see 5-0, whatever.
Hey
So it's
man,
like,
if they
Let me
watching
find
the
out you was a whistle boy back in the day, James, man.
now
Yeah,
look,
you
I will neither
but
find
look,
confirm nor
out.
deny anything that I did in my youth, but all I'll say is I know you got to start from the bottom and work your way up. That's all I'm gonna say.
right. And you're gonna get stuff too. Look at the documentaries we watching of BMF. Look how they started out. Look at what is things that transpired before they became the big BMF.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? People robbing you, people taking your bag, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Like same thing with trucking. You're gonna have people. I've had people where how they take your escrow, and I done
Yeah.
got robbed in trucking. You know what I'm saying? You leave. and they don't even give you escrow back. They just thug you. I don't owe them no money or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't pay me. They thug my escrow.
Dang.
You know, when you're on the operator, they take an escrow from you like 1,000 or 2,000, just in case you owe them money. Then you know what I'm saying, they could go on to keep that. But sometimes they thug you anyway, even if you don't owe them no money and you left them with to a company, because you got to go through all these legal battles to try to get your money, and they know most people ain't really gonna do that, because it's a hassle trying to sue people. People think suing is just easy. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, pay for lawyers. You gotta get this. You gotta have the address. You gotta go file. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just a hassle. So yeah, I've been.
That's even with the jobs, you know what I'm saying? You know, they when you invest in that 401k and they match you a certain percentage, you know, if they fire you, they ain't giving you the percentage they put in. You know what I'm saying? You what you put in. Right. So it's like 22.
Right. I want to say one more thing for if they become a new driver. Man, don't be just because it's somebody else's truck. Don't have the mentality, oh, I ain't doing nothing. I hate the way I see people, they won't even change a light bulb. So you rather take the truck to a truck stop and wait to change a light bulb, and they're gonna charge you a half an hour worth of labor where you could have just changed the bulb. I ain't talking about the whole headlamp. I'm talking about unscrewing a bulb, buying a new bulb, and the owner can reimburse you or send you the money cash out to buy it. You know what I'm saying? It's like certain things you shouldn't just really go to a truck stop. When I was a company driver, even I thought like that I did that, because I didn't like being broke down on the side of the road. So if I could do something to prevent that, I would. Not saying I'm like a full-blown mechanic. You know what I'm saying? But have like some little tools on you, or a glad hand. The glad hand is easy to change. You have some pliers or something like that, where you might snap the glad hand and you could just change it. Like little small stuff. Have your little toolbox. Any truck driver should have that, even as a company driver.
Man, that's big right there.
Change the easy stuff. I'm not saying they need to change hard stuff, but the easy stuff, change that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's big deal.
Like I go sit at a truck stop. The truck, especially nowadays, truck stop got 8-hour wait. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna go wait 8 hours for to change a bulb. We could just go to the truck stop, buy it, and change it right there in the parking lot and keep rolling.
People lazy these days, man. They show the mind, but you know what? They show like the mindset and just how you was raised, man, for you to do that. And then question to add on to that, were you doing that just because you was raised right, or you also was doing it because you knew one day that you wanted to own your own truck, so you just pretty much started to do little small things, so when you got your truck, you knew how to pretty much fix them here and there?
I honestly wasn't even thinking about owning a truck when I was a company driver at first.
So you just raised right.
What got
Give it up for his mom raising him right, man. That's what I'm talking about.
but it boils down to
like drink champs.
it boils down to that I didn't want to sit at truck stops, because I'm on a mission to make money. Even though I'm a company driver, the quicker that I can get this load off, the more money I'm gonna make. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to wait around at truck stops. I never sat and talked with guys at truck stops, because I don't want to hear their jailhouse stories. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people at truck stops be fibbing. Nah, they be lying. And I never wanted to hear it.
Ass off. That's just anything.
I never wanted to hear it. Not saying everybody like that, because I met some cool people, but most of them I'm not just trying to sit and do that. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm trying to make money. Like, if my only time I'll talk is if I'm on break. You know what I'm saying? But I'm only gonna talk so long because I'm trying to shower, eat, get some sleep so I can get up and do it again the next day. And and another thing, this is how I run my truck now too. I get as close as I can to the delivery place every time. If I got hours, I'm going there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get as close as possible. That way, it's not going into my hours for the next day. You know what I'm saying?
let me ask you this. That's a good thing that you just said right there, because you got a lot of drivers who like to stop early, or they just want to get at a truck stop and stuff like that. I mean, what would you tell drivers like that? You know, like, hey man, go park at a Walmart. Go. What would you
That's what
just
I
tell them?
that's what I do. I'll park it, or I'll get, like I said, I get close as possible in that city. Really, I get in the city. If the shipper got parking, I call ahead of time. Hey, y'all got truck parking here? And if I got the hours, I'm sleeping in their parking lot and I'm getting unloaded, you know what I'm saying? You know, while I'm there. That way I still pretty much got my whole 14-hour working clock for the next day. That's how I really maximize like my money. That's how everybody should get as close as possible unless you don't have the hours. I run my clock out every day. I run it out. Every day I run it out. There's nothing really left on my clock when I'm done. Every day I get as close as possible. But if it's a short run, I'm for sure making it there. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the hours to make it there. So I'm
Yeah.
going. You know what I'm saying? Like when we're done here, I'm finishing up and going near Memphis. And then I'll be there in the area until it's several trucks. So I got to wait in line, call them. They'll tell me when to come over. You know what I'm saying? So, but that helps with your gross for the week.
All right.
Yeah. So get close as possible. And
All right,
what else?
man. What's that?
I was about to touch on something else, but nah, that's pretty much it though. Yeah, nah, get close as possible every day to generate you know what I'm saying, that revenue. Oh,
Okay.
that's what I was gonna say. You was asking me, well, they want to get to a truck stop to probably take a shower. How about if you got enough time, take your shower earlier in the day. If you can't make it, if you know that you can't make it to a truck stop, this is gonna be my last point. If you know you can't make it to the truck stop somewhere like closer at night, take it in the day where nobody's really taking showers. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just
Yeah.
driving, you're still gonna be clean. So take it somewhere around 2, 3 o'clock, because you're just driving, and then get close as possible. Then that way you don't have to worry about stopping at a truck stop. You can stop at a rest area, Walmart, pretty much anywhere that take deliveries for trucks is where I park. Sometimes I
Yeah.
park on the off ramp because there's no parking anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Off of an exit. You can't do it if they have no parking signs, because
Yeah.
they'll come give you a ticket. But if they don't have no parking signs, sometimes I park there, because if you're driving late at night, you're not really gonna find parking like that. You know? But
Nah,
yeah,
that's
that's
fact,
it.
man. I just think a lot of these drivers out here to be lazy. But you definitely touched on that, man.
Well, driving definitely tires you out. Now I'm gonna act like I'm not exhausted every night when I'm done. I'm definitely exhausted, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Ja-
but that's it.
James, you got any closing remarks, big dog?
Man, this has been a number one, like what Ebony keeps saying. I just want to say I appreciate your just your
Transparency.
honesty and your
Yeah.
transparency, and just giving the real game. Um, just today dealing with this driver, I was telling my wife, she was laughing at me, but this dude was like, I mean, I don't get it. Either you got it or you don't, man. It's something about that grind and that just like, let's go. Like, you just got to have it in you, especially as like, what I'm saying, somebody who's literally working, whether you're a truck driver, whether it's construction, when you like really like in it, like in the mud, you got to have it in you. Because if you don't, I mean, not to say you won't be able to do the job, but you won't do it to the best of your ability, and you won't, in my opinion, you won't excel, you won't grow, you won't, like, even Karis, when you talk about, what I'm saying, you start at the bottom, and then, what I'm saying, even though I know you dispatching full time, like, you worked your way up to being a project manager. How are you
Yeah.
able to do that? Because you took, like he said, you took the things that you learned, you started at the bottom, you worked your way up, you applied those lessons, you made mistakes, you took L's, but you said, you know what, not going to do that again, not going to do that again. Okay, this is a better way to do this, and this is how I should navigate this situation. When I see this situation again, I know exactly what to do. So, I mean, I've seen it in my life. I've seen it in everybody who I know and who I have love and respect for. I see it all the time. Like, even if it's school, you know what I'm saying? You start as a freshman, And then, oh, I got my bachelor's, oh, I got my master's, oh, now I'm going to, medical school, I'm going to law school, whatever it is. Like, you got to have that grind, and you got to get it out the mud, no matter what you're doing, whether it's blue collar, white collar, whatever it is. And I mean, to me, brother, you like a prime example of that. Like, you start off, you learn on as you go, and then you just take that information, you apply it, and you just build the life that you want. That's really what it comes down to. So
Right.
I thank you. I appreciate your time for, speaking with us and answering all these questions, just dropping all this information, man. If you're not in the trucking game, if you're not interested in trucking or dispatching anything, the things that he said, you should be able to apply it to anything that you're trying to do in life, that you're trying to accomplish, and that you're trying to excel at. So
Right.
that's what I got to say.
No instant gratification, man.
No.
It's not, that's not real.
Nope. Got to respect the grind. You should respect the grind, you'll get where you want to go, but you got to respect the grind.
Right.
Fact. Queen E. I'm surprised we got some views, man. We was battling against BET, man. We did pretty good tonight, man.
I
Go ahead,
know.
Queen.
Hey, it'll keep growing.
So
Yeah.
Brandon, I really appreciate you coming to bless our stage. Even though right now I'm totally like mentally like drained. One thing I do want to say is life is so short. I don't know. I'm so lost for words. I've been going through so much these past couple of months. I lost
Hey,
my cousin the other day.
speak on those three things, if you don't mind, to share before we close it out. Speak on those three things for me, Ebony. Just be transparent and close it and tell people why they should keep showing up. Go ahead, baby. I ain't mean to interrupt you, but I just want you to be transparent before we even close it out. If you can speak on those three things that happened to you.
So basically, I continue to show up, because I know somebody else can be doing worse than I am. I definitely lost some, my nephew committed suicide back in July. August, I can say I had a domestic violence situation. And Sunday, I lost my first cousin. He's a year older than me. So I definitely, that's why, I'm probably not myself, because like now I'm just totally like mentally like drained right now, because I'm like, but I still know I gotta show up. You know what I'm saying? Because just being out here and teaching people and giving out game, that's, I love what I do. So I'm definitely like really like struggling right now. But I still, I'm still gonna show up, because I know this is something that I have to do, because as life goes on, and we
Right.
know people pass every day, you know what I'm saying? You got people going through so much nowadays. It's crazy. But yeah, I still show up. I still show up for my drivers, and so I try to be as transparent as possible, even though a lot of people don't like it. But that's who I am. So I'm never going to change from who I am. But I do appreciate the transparency, Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon, and coming to bless our stage.
And sorry for your losses. And that's why some drivers too, you don't really know what the dispatcher's going through, for the drivers that just want to go off and think that the dispatcher control the rates and what it's paying. So kind of be considerate of that, But I'm pretty sure y'all might have had some run-ins with drivers. If not,
Yeah.
I don't tolerate.
Every day.
I mean, nowadays my peace is everything. So I tend to like I tell people all the time, our relationships ain't good relationships. Our money ain't good money. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And if you ain't gonna work and you expect so much gratification and you expect so much money when you don't want to work, I
Right.
gotta let you go on your way, because
Yeah.
that's something that I'm not gonna put up with.
And that's the problem too, though. Like he was saying, too many people, drivers, be lying about what they made to where they got all these new people think the lows are just paying. You know, you think they paying. Like drive not to keep shit. You know, I go drive in, or even me. If you do flatbed, I'm not gonna make what these other guys make. That they got 4 or 5 axles on their trailer and they got loads that weigh 70,000 pounds. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So people lying about the lows and what they pay. Like you said, they think they're supposed to make 10,000 a week with a bobtail. You're not even gonna make that. I don't make that every. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I make that, and I own the trailer. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but and also like you, I haven't lost nobody recently. But my mom died when I was 14, and my brother died when I was 25. So I don't have, I got other family members, but it's up to me to make my life better. You know what I'm saying? For myself. I'm 39 years old. And I lost these people. That's why I look at life different. I lost my mom, like I said, at 14, and my brother died when I was 25. My brother raised me when my mama died. You know what I'm saying? And that's what got me into trucking. It's because I knew he was dying, and I knew I needed something quick to get into. I needed something because I didn't have no college education. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, what am I going to do? And I went to school. Government paid for my schooling because there was a grant going on at the time. If you was on unemployment, there was I forget the program name, but you apply for it like where you go apply for food stamps and stuff, like in that same building, but like a different office. So they paid for my CDL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was going to go to school for electrician or plumbing, but I said, well, how long does that take to finish? It was like about 2 years. I knew my brother was dying, like, you know what I'm saying, about to die soon. So I said, no, I need something quicker than that. What's quicker on this list? There's a list of things that they will pay for. I said, so what's the quickest? They said trucking. That's how I got into trucking. I said, well, I'm going to do trucking then. You know what I'm saying? I got my CDL in 5 weeks. My brother was dying. We foreclosed on the house. I couldn't afford the house. I was staying with him. So the house got foreclosed on. I put all of his stuff in storage, my stuff in storage. And I said, I'm going to stay in the truck until I get my life straight. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. I lived in the truck. I could stay with family, but I didn't want to stay with family. Not that I couldn't, but sometimes it's like an uncomfortable feeling if it's not your mom or if it's not your brother. Sometimes people can treat you, not saying that they would, I don't know. I just didn't even want to find out.
Exactly.
So I just stayed in the truck. But I was comfortable with that because the truck is, it's cool. You got a nice little bed in the back, get your refrigerator, a microwave, and you on the road making money. You know what I'm saying? Paying off debt. I would recommend trucking to anybody that lost stuff or went through a divorce and you don't have nothing. Why don't you go drive a truck, stay in that truck, and make you some money every week and stack your bread up and get your credit right and come out on top? You know what I'm saying? If you stay in it and sacrifice for a couple years, don't worry. I know it's gonna be hard to do, but if you lost everything, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Yeah.
Back against the wall, man. Got to come
Yeah.
out swinging.
Right. And you can actually pay off a lot of stuff. Why? Because you lost everything. So you don't have no house. You don't have no utilities. You might not have a car. You probably got a cell phone. So imagine if you lost everything, yeah, but now you don't got no bills and you making $1,200 a week. And then you learn the game and save your money, get you a truck, and now you went from $1,200 a week to $2,500 a week or $3,000, but you still stay in the truck still. And then stack that $3,000 a week and watch how fast you save. You know what I'm saying? 50, 60, 70, 80. Some people done saved $100,000 before. You know what I'm saying? By doing that. And they got that cash. So imagine you save that much money, and that whole time you've been working on your credit. Now you got 100,000 cash, and you got good credit. I'm talking about from somebody who don't got nothing though. They done lost everything. Like that's to me, you should do that.
Nah,
You know what I'm
a
saying?
smart little come up.
Right. And then you take that, and then if you tired of trucking, you can go invest in other things that you learn along the way. Like how you were saying, like whatever it is, I can't tell nobody like what to do invest in because everybody got different things that they like to do in life and that they don't like to do in life. So that's up to them to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you got to do stuff that you don't like in order to come up, too. Because I didn't like trucking at first, and I didn't like being a company driver. But I like the owner-operator thing because I feel more free. Even though I work a lot, but I don't have to. I work like this because I'm trying to get to a certain place. Nobody's making me do this, though. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel free because I could drop this load tomorrow and then just go home if I want to from Memphis. I'm not going to do that, but it's just a certain level of freedom, like, that make me feel good that I can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts, bro. Facts. Ebony, definitely appreciate you being transparent, man. A lot of people don't know what people go through. Just like my man Brandon said, the fact that his brother died, his mother passed away, and he still pushed on. Ebony, pretty much, two people passed away this year, and I ain't gonna speak on it because she didn't speak on it that much, but pretty much almost losing her life and still showing up every day. So when I hear people like Brandon, when I hear people like Ebony, when my main man James call and tell me certain stories or whatnot, it's hard for me to pretty much accept excuses from people when they don't want to post on Instagram, when they don't want to post on Facebook, when they don't want to call that broker, when they don't want to pretty much grind, when they don't want to eat noodles for a whole week to save money. It's hard to accept an excuse when I got three people in my face I know grind every day and will keep grinding. And been in a lot of people haven't even had people pass, like people close like that pass away or had some stuff happen to them and they still making excuses. That's the stuff that really shocked me. So I just wanted to say that to close it off. We'll be on here crying and talking and stuff like that.
Now, let me say one more story before we
No.
get off.
Hey man, Brad.
Also, I lost my mom in 2014, and I lost my brother in 2018. Well, my brother and my best friend in 2018, 2 months apart. So it's just like, hey, you gotta be mentally strong for this shit here, man.
Look, Karis, let me say one more thing for real before we get off. I'm done. Nah, I gotta tell this story about, I told you my truck kept breaking down. And they gave me a truck. So I left something out with that. Because what made me think about it, you say eat noodles. Because I ain't going to no restaurants. I mentioned that. I'm eating tuna, peanut butter, jelly sandwiches, stuff like that. But one time I get my truck back out the shop, my truck, it break down again a week later. But now I'm looking for a rental truck. They don't have no sleepers. All they got is a day cab. So I say, give me the day cab. I'm driving the day cab around the country. I'm talking about to Utah, Oregon.
Damn.
I put my cooler in the middle, in between both seats, and I go in Walmart and buy some patty. I'm sleeping on the front seat across the country. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad that I had to go through it to you know what I'm saying? To make it. Man. And a guy, he said, well, another truck driver, he asked me, was I local? I told him, nah, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. He said, you drove this all the way out here from Atlanta? I'm like, yeah. When I gained a little money, I would get a hotel. But most times, my money, I was so broke. This is 2018, 2019. I'm so broke, I couldn't do it. So I'm sleeping on the front seat like every night. You know what I'm saying? With a pillow. I put the cooler in the middle to bridge it. You know what I'm saying? To bridge the seats.
Yeah.
You get the padding, and I have my little cover in there, and my little work boots all on the floor, on the front, on the passenger seat. But I'm doing this a while until I get my truck back out the shop again. You know what I'm saying? It lasted for like a month or so.
What year was that, brother?
That was like 2018, 29 in the winter, like going to 2019. So I'm driving in the snow and everything.
And you just and how many bedrooms that new house you just brought have?
Like 6 without the
6.
basement. Once I do the basement, it's gonna have like 8.
Talk heavy, man. That 2019 ain't that far. That wasn't that far away.
Nah,
2019 wasn't that far away.
I
And
wasn't.
this
Yep.
man got a brand new house. He just repainted it. He just put it.
Well,
He doing stuff to the yard.
yeah.
He got. Let me talk. Let me brag on you for a quick
Go ahead.
second. He got them putting TVs in every room. He furnishing in every room. He got them putting new flooring. He buying bikes, dirt bikes. He buying goddamn 4-wheelers, goddamn trucks, everything. He just
Right.
ain't buying a house. He furnishing the whole house. But he just said in 2019, 2018, he stayed down. He had the pretty. When somebody probably would have said, "Man, f this, man, I ain't about to pretty much go in a day cab." He
Right.
got in a day cab and slept on the cooler, and was eating like he wasn't eating good. I'm pretty sure.
Nah, I wasn't. Tuna,
Now he got
peanut
a
butter,
house,
jelly
six
sandwiches,
bedroom house. I mean,
and cause I don't have any kids too, that would have made it harder. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But no, I ain't
But
even gonna let that stop the shine, man. 2019, stay down, man. Y'all got to grind, man. That's inspiring, bro. I ain't even know that right there, man.
And that's for these new dispatchers that can't fucking find no drivers. You know, you gotta. It's consistency. You know. God
and I
damn.
closed
That's
on the house
grind right there, bro.
December. I closed on that house December 23rd.
He
He froze.
he froze.
Now I said I closed on the
Yeah.
house December 23rd.
That's crazy, man. I didn't even know that right there, bro. I'm thinking he was just doing good. He was just trucking and stuff. You never know what your friends, your homies going through and shit like that.
It's like your guy ET said, man. When you want to breathe, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you have your breakthrough.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that, bro.
Right.
That's inspiring, man. Like I ain't even saying that to be like, to say that what to say. You know how people just say certain stuff just to say it? That's something I'm gonna think of. It's just certain stuff like Ebony. I didn't want to get on here one time. And the fact that Ebony told me one of her family members died motivated me to get on here because I thought about it. I actually
Yeah.
use people's like life situations and think about it. Well, if he can do it, who am I? I can't eat noodles. I can't eat, this or that for a whole month to get to where I need to be. That's the biggest thing right there. A lot of people just don't want to struggle for a little bit of time. Just a little bit of time.
They don't want to sacrifice the year or two that you got to do it. The sacrifice.
And sometimes it really don't even be a year. If you just struggle for a good 6 months or a year, you can really be somewhere, successful. But man, we gotta shut this down, man. We've been on here for like an hour and 37 minutes, man.
Okay.
So we might have to have you back on here again one more day, man, because I like the energy and everything. But I will say I appreciate you coming on and sharing, dropping the gems, motivating everybody, man, out here. Myself, I'm pretty sure James and Ebony, man, and I appreciate it once again, dog. And you definitely be safe out there, man. We gonna shut it down for another week of eavesdropping knowledge. Y'all be safe out there.
And don't forget the house sitting on 4 acres too now.
Okay, yeah, add that in there.
Talk heavy. Talk heavy while you close out. All right, man.
All right.
Y'all hold it down.
All right, bye.
All right, peace out, y'all.